y'all doing today? I am doing good. It is pretty warm out there today here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We got probably to about 106 at one point today with the heat index and all that. So that was pretty hot. And today I am not outside still because it's still pretty hot here, and we don't really have too much to do outside at the moment. So I wanted to take advantage of being able to be inside today and show y'all how to make something that everyone should have in their pantry. Now, I'm going to go off on a side note here. Y'all don't pay attention to my cabinets, okay? We're almost a year to the date of the hurricanes that came through Louisiana last year, and like I said in our previous video, Hurricane Laura pretty much wiped out Lake Charles, and we are still waiting to get our house repaired because we're waiting on insurance and all that mess. So y'all don't pay attention to what's around me, okay? Pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, so I wanted to show y'all, it's something very easy. All right, it's 2 ingredients that you should have everyone should have this in your pantry anyway, okay? Or in your kitchen or somewhere. But when you put them together, the magic that it makes, and that is what you should have in your medicine cabinet, all right? So we're gonna get started. Very simple. Get a pint jar, but you can, if you only have one, that's okay, but you really want 2 of them, all right? So it says that the recipe or whatever calls for a cup of garlic cloves per pint. And so what you do is you just want to crack them, and I take a knife normally, and when I separate the clove, I'll just pop it. And so what that does is that cracks the actual clove a little bit, but it doesn't pulverize. You don't want to pulverize it and grind it up or whatever. Just crack it to get those oils released. And then you peel it, and it's good. And then you put it back and you put it in your jar. Okay, so it calls for garlic. So you want a cup in each jar, each pint, and then you want to get honey. All right, now, own your honey. Now, if you have to, and it's in a pinch or whatever, you can go get store-bought honey, but I highly suggest that you find someone local who has local honey, and you go get that. And so that's what I did today in our area. I'm telling you, this is the best honey I have found around. I could like just drink this. That's how amazing this honey is. So I went and picked that up this afternoon after work with the intentions of making this tonight because I wanted to get it done because it has to ferment for several months, okay? So I really should have made this back in June, you know, because this is something that you're going to want for the cold and flu season that's coming up. And yes, we still have colds and flus that goes around, all right? So you're going to want this for the cold and flu season. So after you watch this video, I suggest you do it. Just you know, hop to it and get going and get this fermenting because you're going to want this in your medicine cabinet, I'm telling you. So next step, you have your garlic in your pint jars, okay? So what it calls is you just take your honey and you just pour it in there. Look how pretty that honey is, y'all. So golden and just, oh my goodness. And you want to cover the garlic. So we're going to let that settle a little bit. I'm going to go pour on the next one. And ideally, y'all gonna hear some country coming out in the way I talk, y'all. I would prefer that this garlic came out of my garden, but since mine isn't ready, or you know, it's not time for me to harvest garlic, this is store-bought garlic. So try to get, if you can find organic, get organic garlic. Just try to get the, you know, a good garlic. And then try to get your local honey. And I'm going to explain why in just a little bit. So you want to fill it up and have it covered. Oh, this is so good. So good. Okay. So why am I doing this? And why do you need to do this? Okay, let's talk about each ingredient, okay? So the garlic number one, we always hear garlic is good for us, right? So it has been known to build your immune system. It has been known to lower cholesterol. It helps with inflammation in the body and everything, all over your body, organs, joints, everything. It hosts an abundance of antioxidants, so that is in itself, you know, worth just doing it, just eating garlic daily for that. Now the honey, okay, again, has tons of antioxidants, helps build your immune system, and it helps fight colds and flus, okay? And naturally, it is a cough suppressant. So, I mean, if you remember your grandma's or whatever, and you take a spoonful of honey if you're coughing, it helps suppress that. It helps coat your throat and suppress it. So when you put that all together, you have double immune builders, double antioxidants going in there. You have stuff that helps with the inflammation with the garlic, so you're gonna feel better, all right? So what you do, okay, so these are covered, and you might have to push them down a little bit, and that's okay. If you just push them, let me grab a spoon. So every day, after 3 months, okay, and I'm going to tell you how to work it. And these will sink down there, okay? They will sink as it starts to ferment. I just want to make sure they're really good and covered. But you put the lid on it lightly, and you're going to store it in a dark area. You know, you don't want to put it in the windowsill or anything like that. I have a cabinet that I have a bunch of essential oils, and it's my cabinet that I'm going to go set it in there because it is dark in there, and I'm going to just let it set. And you go in a couple of days. Okay, you put it in there loosely, you put the lid on, and then in a couple of days you go out there, you go to wherever you have it, and you're going to turn it upside down, okay? And then you're going to go back and check on it, and you're going to flip it every so often. Now you're going to start seeing bubbles at the top, and that's okay. It's starting to ferment, and that's okay. Now it's going to take you about 3 months for this to be ready. So after it's fermented, what you do is you just you open it up, you pull out a garlic, and you pop it in your mouth and you eat it. You can do it daily. If you start feeling that little tickle in the back of your throat, or you have a sore throat, go get you a spoon. Take you a spoonful of garlic honey, all right? Keep this on your cabinet. Now, why did I do 2 of them? Because when I open one jar, I want to be making another jar, okay? So you want to have this on hand at all times, because it takes 3 months. It takes 3 months for it to ferment, all right? So, like I said, this will start dropping, all right? I think what I might actually do is take a little bit of this honey out, but it'll be okay. Because it will start dropping a little bit once it starts fermenting, because the honey will get a little more liquidy, I guess. So, so that will be okay. But you want to have one of these going at all time. You want to have one of these on hand at all time. And when I was getting all my ingredients ready, I was thinking, you know, the holidays are coming up. What wonderful gift this would make if you were to make a homemade remedy and make a little basket and put some homemade stuff in there. Like one of my next few videos coming up, I'm going to show you how to make homemade onion powder and homemade garlic powder with no preservatives, no extra fillers or whatever. So we're going to be doing that in one of my videos in the next couple of weeks. So be watching for that. But how awesome and how great would that be if you could just take a little basket and put a bunch of homemade goodies, homemade remedies in there, and give that as a gift to someone. I mean, that to me would be just so heartwarming, knowing that you're making this to help people feel better. You're helping it to make you feel better. So you want to give that to other people. So think about that, because it's coming that this time of year that, you know, you need to start thinking about holiday stuff like that. So this is honey and garlic. That's the only 2 ingredients you need, honey and garlic. in a pint jar. Now you can make it in a bigger jar if you like. I just did it in the pint jars. They're easier just to store and to get out. But if you have any questions, please ask below. If you have any comments, ask below. Or, comment below. Question to ask below. If you enjoy watching homemade, or you enjoy these videos, or you just like learning about natural, non-toxic, chemical-free house living, how to live that way, because this is kind of where we're heading with this. We are learning to be self-sustainable in a disposable world. We are learning to use what we are given naturally as they are designed for us to use, and we want to help teach other people how to do it as well as we learn on our journey. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who can give us tips, who can help us along the way, as well as and we're helping other people who are brand new to this way of living. So please subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos on how to make natural, I don't want to say how to make natural remedies, I guess I can say, how to eat a more natural, healthy way without the toxins, preservatives, and chemicals, and how can you turn your city living yard into a food forest. If that interests you, hit that subscribe button, because that's what we're going on. That's the journey that we are on right now. I hope y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all later. Bye.